Welcome to another Daily Doodle. It is Throwback Thursday, which means I'm drawing something old school from an old video game, cartoon, movie, or old celebrity. And I chose Megaman. He's a fighting robot. He's from the future. The pose I'm using here is based off his sprite from the NES game. I'm kind of going for somewhat my life as a teenage robot retro look to it. Not completely. I try to use very limited colors once we get to the actual coloring because I want to give that kind of, old school look to them. I've obviously used more than the retro colors, but, just one of my things. And so, as you can see here, the classic pose. In fact, this pose gets referenced a lot in sprite animation, just sprite media. For example, Community, one of my favorite TV shows ever, did a 8-bit episode where the gang's playing video game versions of themselves, and Jeff Winger's character does this exact pose whenever he jumps, and it's obviously a reference to it. I made so in the actual pose itself, there's not actually an angry face, but there is this weird big O for his mouth to open, and it's just like a circle, and so I wanted to try to include that, and I'm putting a little bit of internet humor in here with how the tongue is there instead of just normally down like I would. It's kind of up, and here I am playing around with what I want the retro helmet to look like. I am drawing the helmet itself on a separate layer, that way I can kind of get the I wanted to put enough detail into it, and then when I put the arm on top of it, I wound up putting a white filter underneath it, that way you could so it's not see-through. And here I am I'm going against the actual design of Megaman, because I wanted this to be a tribute but a parody at the exact same time. I just wanted to have fun with the design, and so again, doing the retro thing. Most of these elements here is not something you would see in Mega Man's design. He'd be a little bit more round, but I went with these kind of I don't want to say, it reminds me a little bit of Cartoon Network, Powerpuff Girls, where it's when they have a circle, instead of actually drawing a circle, they draw a square, and then they just kind of have these boxy elements, but you're just supposed to assume that it's circular. I wound up redesigning the blaster real quick right here, as you can see there, and I regret I never actually went back and drew in the pew-pew, the lemons, if you're an Egoraptor fan. But yeah, I kind of regret that, but otherwise, overall, I think it came out really funny. I wanted to do square eyes because I felt like that was very fitting and retro, and here I am coloring it. As you can see, I just started coloring the glove the wrong color, but so I'm using mostly skin tone, and then I use the skin tone for some of the shading inside of the helmet, or the blaster. And then I use red for both the blaster and the tongue, even though normally I would use kind of a peach tone. But again, I wanted to use that limited color and really just kind of, sell that it's this retro thing. And overall, I think I did a really good job. So are you guys a fan of Mega Man? What's the next thing I should do for Throwback Thursday? And here's a heads up, the Fan Friday will be done on Instagram. So if you have Instagram, go follow me on there, Stavroy Bro. And I'll see you guys soon.